G'day folks. So my initial thoughts upon hearing that Terminator Dark Fate would be coming out this year were complete indifference. I haven't cared about this franchise since Terminator 3 disappointed the hell out of me back in 2003. I mean, how are you going to ruin a character as menacing as the Terminator by putting him in those glasses? That's just a crime against Skynet. But when I heard about this new movie, I didn't care at all. I had no excitement whatsoever. I just thought it was going to be more crap like Terminator Salvation and that Genesis, or Genesis, I don't know how they say that stupid title. And yeah, I just felt nothing. But when I heard James Cameron was doing it, it still didn't pique my interest, because he hasn't done anything I've cared about since True Lies. Titanic was all right, but I haven't really been a fan of any of his movies since True Lies. And that was way back in like 94, something like that. So I didn't think anything of it. And I hated Avatar. So I thought James Cameron's over the hill, past his prime. But then I went and saw Battle Angel Alita, which I had no expectations for, but blew my socks off. Now that was a great movie. And James Cameron was heavily involved in producing that. I think even co-wrote the script. So if he can pull something like that out of his ass, even now, when all he's doing is promising us Avatar sequels, which no one cares about, but if he can pull something like Alita out of his ass, then maybe Terminator Dark Fate has a chance of being good. And I knew nothing about the director that's been attached to it, Tim Miller. Knew nothing about him, never heard of him. But then I saw that Netflix series, Love and Robots or something, Sex and Robots. I can't remember what it was called. Some weird title. But it was just a bunch of short animated films. They were all about 10 to 15 minutes long each. And just about futurism, robots, you know. I guess they were trying to hit some philosophical themes as well. But some of them were real standouts, just in the direction. I think one of them's called Beyond the Aquila Rift or something like that. Man, visually, that was stunning. Some of the best CGI I've ever seen, and just great visual storytelling. It contains a scene that was just so visually striking and haunting, it's seared into my brain. I'll never forget it. The scene where he wakes up in his pod and sees what the real world is like. That's all I'll say. Go check it out, folks. But some of the other shorts were quite impressive as well. And it made me realize that Tim Miller actually has an eye for directing, and he has some talent. So if that can translate onto the big screen for his debut film, I think it's his debut film, in Terminator Dark Fate later this year, then we could have ourselves a great film. And I understand that it's ignoring all the movies that came after Terminator 2. So this will be the true successor, the truth third film in the Terminator trilogy. So hopefully it will be good, and we can just forget about Rise of the Machines, which the only saving grace of that movie is the ending. Apart from that, the rest of it's crap. So yes, we may have ourselves an actual decent Terminator trilogy on our hands. I don't want to get my hopes too high, because they have been dashed in the past by a lot of movies where trailers looked good, directors were good, the cast were good, and it came out crap. So I'm going to keep my expectations at a medium level, but they are definitely higher than before I knew anything about Tim Miller and before I ever watched Alita. The only other thing I'll say about it is that hopefully that promotion photo they put out I think it was late last year, that looked like a woke fest girl power hour. Hopefully that isn't an indication of the direction the movie is going in. I think they were just trying to virtue signal with that, and I don't think the movie is going to be, you know, all about strong females and men are weak as piss and all that bullshit. Because the only thing impressive about that picture was Sarah Connor. The rest of them look like garbage. So I hope that was just a virtue signal, and that's not the direction and the theme of the movie. But time will tell. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So folks, if you agree or disagree, or you want to have your say, please leave a comment if you are so inclined. Please like, share, and subscribe. And God bless, and I'll see you later.